There we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Forecaster David. We're streaming live on the Storm TV network channel here. We're tracking some severe weather. I wouldn't say it's unexpected severe warnings. We were just not really anticipating severe weather to happen until later tonight. So that's why we were kind of late with your weather update. I was thinking about doing a stream to track these storms on radar, but it just happened sooner than I wanted things to go. So anyways, good morning, everybody. We're focusing on the Austin, San Antonio area right now, but I also am getting word of unwarned tornadoes right now in the national perspective of severe weather. Problem is this is mainly set for a local stream, not really covering national weather right now. National weather, we don't have that scheduled until like 2 hours later from now, but just for emergency purposes, we're going to quickly talk about some national weather, then we'll focus on Central Texas weather because the whole point of this update is about local weather, not national. So let's quickly talk about this. So as we go ahead and, let's see, where you said this is at, this is all the way in Alabama. So let's jump to Alabama here. It's a very, very busy morning, guys, as y'all can tell. So they'll probably issue a tornado warning hopefully soon. You said in Alabama, this is the Alabama area. Is it in northwestern Alabama? Never mind, it's dead. Okay, so, alright, good. So we probably had a brief tornado that touched down probably, as you said, in Alabama. Wouldn't surprise me. You guys probably thinking, why do I trust this guy? It's because he's a forecaster with storms, so of course I have to trust him on that. Alright, so thankfully it's dead. But thank you for letting me know. I was going to take a pause in Central Texas weather and look at that. So overall, thank you very much for letting me know, man. Alright, so let's talk about weather here in Austin area. So we have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now. I do want to mention the SPC did upgrade Milam County, Williamson County, and Lee County to a level 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe weather for this afternoon. So we'll take a look at that here in a moment. But we have two different severe warnings. Is that two? Yeah, we have two different warnings right now in Central Texas. A severe thunderstorm warning for Williamson County for quarter-size hail for Granger, Lamport, Hare, Granger Dam, and Bartlett under this severe thunderstorm warning going until 12:15 this afternoon. The current time right now is 12:02, so good afternoon, everybody. Then we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Milam County as well as Bell County in Central Texas until 12:30 for 60-mile-per-hour winds and half-dollar size hail with this severe thunderstorm warning. So again, multiple alerts in effect right now across Central Texas right now. But as you can see, this is what's happening right now. And let me show you where we have the stronger part of the storm. It's right in this corridor is where we got some of that strong hail. And then right behind that, maybe a little pocket of hail also starting to get going as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at my, what's the graphic? It's called the, I think is it this one? No, it's not. It's our virtual, there we go. So yeah, right in this vicinity is where we got some of that hail potentially getting going, but stronger hail over here in Milam County. This is probably indicating maybe greater than quarter-size hail. This is saying hail near quarters, but this is saying maybe up to ping pongs potentially, so we'll keep eyes on this here as we take a look at our virtual integrated liquid map here, which I have never shown before. But today I'm learning. The reason why I was a little late to the stream is because I was learning more about the maps that there is with weather and stuff, and that's a new map that's new to me, and I decided to break down what that was. So, anyways, hopefully there's an update on that. Tomorrow is turning to be an active day. Yes, in the national terms of weather, yes, it's gonna be a very active day. Which of course we'll have a live stream focusing on national weather here in about an hour, and then probably about 2 to 3 hours. Producer Bryce, he has work, so he'll be in the studio at 2 o'clock. Him and I will be doing wall-to-wall coverage coming up here later. And then again, right now we're focusing on the Austin area weather right now because of severe warnings are clipping parts of the metro area right now, far northeastern Williamson County and parts of Milam County under a severe thunderstorm warning this afternoon. So again, area-wide though, any other weather alerts occurring right now? There are no other weather alerts. It's just those two severe warnings in our viewing area. Check out towards San Angelo, nothing either happening. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But taking a look at your severe weather outlook for today, as I mentioned, they did upgrade our northeastern counties in a level 2 out of 5 severe weather threat. All of Milam County included now, and parts of northern Lee County also included in an upgrade of severe weather for this afternoon. So we're actually going to be seeing multiple storms potentially later today. So this afternoon, out in the hill country in Austin, you'd be thinking, where's the storms at? So we have a marginal risk of severe weather. More storms are expected to happen later tonight. And with that, temperatures out in the hill country where I'm at, especially reaching to the low to mid 90s this afternoon. We'll have some supercells that will try to develop. The question is can storms bust through the cap? Could they bust through the lid in the atmosphere? And if they can, we'll start to see some big major storms that will develop out in the hill country with some large hail, damaging winds quite possible. And then they should become a cluster of storms potentially, and just become more of a straight line damaging wind threat and maybe some hail. So we'll see what happens as this later develops later tonight. But of course, we're not just going to be focusing on local weather. For this prior stream, when y'all see me do live streams by myself, it's typically just me doing the weather. When you have the cool other graphics and stuff, that's when we do national weather. It's quite rare to do our national graphics with local weather. But anyways, with tracking purposes, let's do a quick update on national weather here. It's got a word of a new tornado watch. We'll take a look at that here in just a moment. With today's severe weather outbreak here, there's a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather from Northeast Texas, northern Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, going all the way up towards Detroit, as well as Chicago. If I'm correct, yeah, Chicago's in it, so... Wait, no, Chicago's in a slight risk. For some reason, I thought Chicago was in a different state for a second there. So that's what's happening. Let me go ahead and turn on our watches here because I apparently don't have those turned on. New tornado watch. Oh yeah, there we are. New tornado watch for one county in Missouri. That's got to be nice. Illinois, parts of Kentucky and Indiana under tornado watches here. Let's see. The tornado watch goes until 1 p.m. this afternoon, or it goes from. So the tornado watch is not in effect right now. It will be in effect from 1 p.m. until 8 o'clock. So y'all saying tornado watch is happening right now? No. It does not start until 1 o'clock, which is new because when there's a tornado watch, it typically gets issued right away. But this tornado watch is not active until 1 o'clock and expires at 8 o'clock. So very interesting from what we're seeing here with the National Weather Service prediction, with the storm prediction that is issued here. So again, tornado watch does not start until 1 o'clock this afternoon. A few strong tornadoes could be possible out in Illinois and parts of Indiana. Right now we have a strong line of storms ongoing right now. These are going to track off towards the east. QLCS type tornadoes will start to occur. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Oh wait, never mind. Tornado watch is in effect right now. It's a long day today, guys. It's already going to be a long day today. Tracking unexpected severe warnings in our area. Okay, they've just updated the severe thunderstorm warning in Williamson County. They have continued the severe warning. Now, this is for nickel-sized hail now, out for northeastern Williamson County until 12:15 this afternoon. So we're keeping eyes on that, and then still we have this other severe warning. Is this two different severe warnings, or is this... Okay, they're the exact same. Oh, wait, the special weather statement's overlaying it, that's why. And we have a severe warning for Milam County for $0.5 size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also, radar indicated right now off in northeastern Williamson County and parts of Milam counties right now. So, again, throughout the morning, we've had these thunderstorms across portions of the hill country. They were parts of the hill country. They were towards portions of Bell County, earlier in Temple, and towards over here in Lampasas County. Those storms did dive into Williamson County, and they've just been on top of Williamson County for the past couple of hours. These storms have barely done anything. They've barely done any moving, so some beneficial rain is definitely occurring in these zones, but still, a whole lot of precipitation is ongoing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get in contact here with the National Weather Service. As you'll know, I got contact with there's personal weather chats, so I'm going to talk to a few of them and see what's going on. Let's see what they're going to do with these storms here. I'm going to see what they're seeing. I'm going to look at the mesonets and everything. So give me a moment as I look more in depth on these storms. More of our severe weather coverage with me continues here momentarily. I'm going to let the music play and the radar is going to loop. Keep it here in probably about 5 to 10 minutes. I will return with more severe weather coverage coming your way, focusing on Central Texas. to our live severe weather coverage. We're tracking severe warnings for you right now across portions of south central Texas, really in central Texas though, over towards Williamson and Milam counties. New update, they have issued a new severe warning over there in Williamson County, so we're actually going to go ahead and jump right into that warning right now. Okay, there we go. So right now we have severe thunderstorm warning in northeastern Williamson County, another severe warning in Milam County. They do have parts of Bell County outside of our viewing area near Temple under that severe warning, but that's just towards our south. But just north of Granger, about to get impacted with some severe weather and strong winds and that potential hail. And then we have that severe warning over Buckleholes right now in Cameron, and the severe warning right now. So let's read the one in Milam County here. Severe warning for Williamson County, until 12:30, so they've extended the severe warning to 12:30 now. They said, I'm going to quote the National Service, they said, had to issue one more severe on that storm since our previous warning was ending at 15 after the hour. We expect this to be the last warning for Williamson County as of 12:08 this afternoon. So, again, something that, of course, we're keeping our eyes on for quarter-size hail quarter-size hail, wind speeds up to 50 miles per hour. And then in Milam County, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds and half-dollar-size hail associated with this warning. And nothing is rotating, I'm pretty sure. Let's check that. Nothing's rotating, but you can tell some strong winds up there, some dark red indicating those winds, as well as those bright red indicating strong winds. As we go and take a look at the potential hail probabilities with this here, you can see some small hail maybe still happening in parts of Bell County, but then we have this severe warning over here for half-dollar-size hail. You can see it very clearly as it picks up and pops up pretty well on our radar. So again, beginning to monitor all of this closely for you folks this afternoon. Sorry, I keep saying it's morning on accident, but it's the afternoon. So again, continuing to monitor this here very closely throughout this morning. For some reason we're having some lagging issues. I don't know why the Wi-Fi is being bad all of a sudden. Hopefully it improves. Okay, it's not improving. Hey, good morning everybody. Chief Forecaster David here at the Storm Alert Weather Center. We're going to do it no green screen because that may be making my Wi-Fi be buggy or something. If I keep cutting out, please let me know. But I do have eyes on the chat. It says y'all think the storm is fine. I do too. I'm just noticing the hail core is now starting to significantly increase now over Milam County. So we're going to keep eyes on that as that continues to increase now. So let's go ahead, let me move over here. So yeah, hail core is starting to ramp up now, just west of Cameron right now. A few minutes ago we were not seeing the radar looking like this, and now the radar is really beginning to show the potential hail that's starting to get going with this. If we go ahead and take a look at this here, this should let us know, oh yeah, we're talking hail, maybe even getting close to the ping pong size now. Just by looking at this radar product that we're looking at. So wouldn't surprise me if this were to get extended to a new severe warning, where this is saying half-dollar size hail. We very well may be seeing some half-dollar size hail associated with this severe warning, but I don't know. I think this could potentially be going up to ping pongs possibly, just looking at some data that I am receiving here. I'm going to go see what the National Service in Fort Worth is doing with this here. By the way, Milam County is owned by the National Service Office in Fort Worth. So I'm going to see what they're talking about on this storm here, what their predictions and plans are on this particular warning. So they're saying, they're saying the storm has strengthened. And that's what I'm seeing as well. It could produce, still saying half dollar size hail. So we're gonna have to see what they do here in the next little bit on what they do with this particular severe warning out in Milam County. So if you're in Williamson County, severe weather is not as bad anymore. It's just mainly this little northeastern part of the county, just north of Granger, where you see that little line. That is a strong wind indicator right there, as that's just north of Granger, as I mentioned. Let's see here, new update from the National Weather Service in San Antonio and Austin. They said that, it says they said something new, but I don't see anything new, so interesting. Okay, so once again, this is what's happening on the radar this morning. So overall, I think the worst part of the storm would be in Cameron, because that's where we're starting to see some of those hail cores right now popping up on our radar, where we have those severe thunder, where we have that severe warning right now. So the question is does a new severe warning get issued? Do they throw out a new special weather statement? What do they plan to do on this here? What the National Service is doing is, before they even throw out any alerts, typically they'll let us know what they're going to throw out first, and then that's how I know when to do a live update. So let's check what they're saying here. Let's see, any new updates. Let's see. Okay, so developing information. They are going to continue the severe warning for a few more minutes. So there's always that possibility 3 minutes after it's about to expire, before it expires, they always have a little discussion of maybe canceling it a bit early, and they are going to continue the severe warning a little bit longer. So still something we'll continue to watch, again, out in Milam County here in central Texas this morning. I'm going to attempt to return back to our green screen. If we start to lag, we'll have to return back over to full screen share. But once again, 2 areas under severe warning. Both of these severe thunderstorm warnings expire at 12:30 this afternoon. And again, the worst part of the storm is right in this zone, right in this area, right in the Cameron area this morning. So again, something we're continuing to watch here throughout this morning. I'm back, but I have a fever. Hopefully that fever goes away. But good afternoon. All right, new scan on the radar here. New severe thunderstorm warning, as I was anticipating, as I was expecting. A new severe warning just got issued for Milam County. This is why I didn't end the stream. A lot of you were like, hey, it's looking better okay now. It's not. New warning got extended. I was expecting this to happen. So new warning got issued. There we go. It's popped up. It's a severe thunderstorm warning for more Milam County for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with this severe thunderstorm warning. So Robertson County and Bell County that we don't cover, but those 2 other counties are in the severe warning. But Milam County has been extended now into this morning. So this will be for some locations of, let's see, Baileyville, Sharp, Macefield, Crossroads, and Bette-by-Bone, which we don't cover. Some of those counties we may cover, or some of those locations we may cover, but that's where we have that new extension of a severe warning. So if you're out in Williamson County, you guys are in the clear. You guys are good. Severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled in the metro now. So the metro, we're clear. No more severe thunderstorm warnings. We're done. Now it's just that one county here in our northeastern part of the viewing area. Again, Milam County, where we have this ongoing severe thunderstorm warning. So again, we'll monitor this closely. Again, as I've been mentioning and been noticing, the hail core has been starting to intensify just a tad bit, and it's still continuing to do that this afternoon. And then also beginning to notice some of those winds, again, upwards of 60 miles per hour. Any second now, this will pop off our map, and we'll see what they do. Keep on saying morning. Oh my gosh, I do keep saying morning. Oh my. So, this is interesting because I'm used to doing weather in the evenings and nighttime and sometimes the afternoon. I don't know. My schedule of me doing weather is just really wonky because I do weather literally any time of the day. But most of the time it's in the evenings, or it has been for like the past couple of years. And then now since it is national stuff, it's morning, afternoon, evening now. But it's the afternoon. Good afternoon. So I wouldn't be surprised if I accidentally say good morning again. But good afternoon. But again, this afternoon, tracking some strong to severe thunderstorms out there across portions of central Texas. I think as storms intensify, it could be supercell. It could be. Right now, this is a cluster of storms ongoing in Milam County. I don't know why the warning is not popping off in Williamson County. Let me refresh the website here. Let's go. Is there a refresh button? There isn't. So let's do. Oh, there's that loophole for y'all. Refresh. Let's go to WeatherWise, which is the radar that's helping me, run this. You see the logo up there, WeatherWise. Let's see. Let's zoom it in. Oh, there's also more severe warnings happening across the United States right now. Severe warnings in Missouri and Illinois. We are not yet starting our severe weather coverage in the national terms yet. So I don't want to talk about what's going on nationally right now unless a tornado happens while we're live. But we'll talk more about it here in a little bit. But here's a live look. Brett, he is in Redmond, Tennessee. You can see it's pretty overcast out there. He's going to be storm chasing all day today. Several storm chasers chasing today. I mean, today's a good severe weather threat day. I mean, look at this. We have had this ginormous area under a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather from northeast Texas, north Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, going all the way up towards Canada. So, again, monitoring this closely, and I believe they just updated the severe outlook for tomorrow, and yes, they did. So, yes, they do have this level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather for parts of Florida, parts of Alabama, parts of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, so like Wilmington, Whiteville, New Orleans, Atlanta, Georgia, several locations under this level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather for tomorrow. And then we have a very similar severe weather threat. So remember last night we had severe weather coverage and we had severe weather across the Lone Star State, Oklahoma, and Kansas, and Missouri. Well, this looks like this will be in the same places on Tuesday, on the first day of April, but this will go further north. The greater risk of severe weather will be further north. But this could clip some portions of our viewing area here in central Texas. They have not yet updated in the severe weather outlook here, but they do have northwestern sections of Milam County. Milam County is under a severe warning. Northwestern sections of Mason County under a severe thunderstorm warning. Whoa, under a marginal risk of severe weather. This is not good. I can't talk today. I need to figure out why I cannot talk today before we go live this afternoon. Or more into this afternoon when we go national. So we're watching that, and then on Wednesday, there's a slight risk of severe weather just to our north, but a level 3 risk of severe weather already in place. And then there's already another slight risk of severe weather just to our far northeast as well. So the weather's looking pretty active here, guys, across portions of the Lone Star State and areas nationally. Yeah, maybe not. This was updated this morning at 2 a.m., so I guess it was not updated just yet. We should have had a new update that came out. Let's see, right now it's 12:33, so a new update should come out. It should have came out 3 minutes ago. Then we'll have another update. Oh, no, wait, that's SPC Day 2, I think. Doesn't SPC Day 3 come out at 1, I think? Hopefully that's right. I don't know. Let me check this. Let's go ahead and turn off the banner. So let's see here. New SPC updates. There's the beautiful loophole. I'll have to change that link here in a minute. So yeah, they did just update the severe threat. Okay, yeah, they just updated it. So they're continuing the enhanced risk of severe weather across portions of the areas in orange. Tornado threat still the same. The wind threat still the same. Yeah, still the same. So nothing too crazy with the new update there. And then they're going to update Day 3 severe weather outlook here soon. So, of course, we'll keep eyes on this as a new update will come out momentarily. So, again, that's what's going on. That's what's going on with what things are looking like. And here we go again with another loophole. There we go. All right, so once again, we're tracking severe warnings for you guys in Milam County, Cameron, just south of y'all. Pretty good hail core happening this morning with quarter-sized hail potentially trying to happen. Looking at velocity here, it's got some strong wind speeds there, 11 miles per hour, 20 mile per hour winds, 5, 7, 0, 14, 21, 22, 24 again. So really just 20 to 40 mile per hour winds, but gusting up maybe a little bit higher than that probably. But yeah, look at this. This says 10 inches an hour. So yeah, some large hail. We're even seeing some black popping up. See the color table? That is top tier. And seeing that black, it's quite concerning. As we're starting to see some black on our radar. A new scan came in. It is still indicating some of that's black coming into Cameron. So if you're in downtown Cameron, we got some hail happening likely right now coming in Milam County, and then we have some hail likely happening in Marlowe right now here in our northeastern counties in the Storm Austin San Antonio viewing area. And as we take a look, oh wait, I don't want to look at velocity. Let's take a look at our liquid map here. Oh yeah, you can see it very clearly where we have that large hail happening. So the thicker, the stronger hail core is right in this zone, right on 190 and Road to Market Road, or Ranch Road. Is that Ranch? Yeah, Ranch Road. I think that's right. 2095 right now. So we're keeping eyes on that. We also have a storm spotter in the storm as well. So if anything happens, we'll see what happens. And yeah, you just saw hail core right in this area. It's a bullseye over there on 190, 77, and on Farm to Market Road 2095 or 2095. I don't know how you pronounce that. How do you pronounce it? 2095 or 2095? I don't know. But still, continue to track this closely this morning. And severe warning still continues until the severe thunderstorm warning expires at 1:15. Oh my gosh, the severe thunderstorm warning expires at 1:15. Since I went to bed so late last night, my brain's like taking time to work through everything, and I still think it's the morning right now. It's afternoon. It's well into the afternoon right now. It is 12:37, and I think it's like 10 right now, but it's 12 right now. So we still have several more minutes until this expires. So 1:15, wow, is when the severe warning should expire. If this storm can continue pushing off towards the east, I mean, this storm has been slowly moving. Like, we've had storms in our area for at least 5 hours now across south central Texas. This is central Texas. When we cover San Antonio, that becomes south central. But central Texas, we've had storms literally in the past couple of hours. Like earlier, this was in Burnett County, this was in Williamson County. This is when I woke up at 10 in the morning when we had storms. And now it's almost, we're approaching 12, it's already 12:37. And we're already talking about storms starting to exit the viewing area. So just very interesting. The storms are just taking their time leaving the area. I mean, we need the rain. We're under a pretty bad drought across central Texas. So we need the precipitation really bad. So I guess it's good that we are getting some rain, but still, the one thing we don't want is the hail, and that's what we're experiencing right now across the area. Again, no severe watches are in effect, nothing like that's happening, but still we got a very decently sized hail core with this going through Cameron right now. So Cameron getting some hail right now, Marlowe getting some getting some hail right now, Ranch Road 2095 getting some hail right now. Also Route 77, 190 all getting impacts right now with some of this large hail right now in Milam County here in central Texas. And this also does include parts of Bell County, which we don't cover, as well as Robertson County, we also don't cover, but still, we'll keep eyes on this. But again, this is right here where we cover, just north of Rockdale. It's where we have this pretty intense, severe storm is in effect right now this afternoon. Severe thunderstorm warning goes until 1:15. All right, so I'm going to refresh the Slack channel here because it's taking forever to update. So let me figure out what they are saying. So we'll go ahead and return back over to this here. So I'm refreshing Slack here. Any new updates? Let's see. And they actually did do some changes for the hail risk. So hail risk and wind risk got updated. Okay. So, yeah, they're not really talking much about the severe warning. It just says they've issued an area for discussion. So, interesting. Looking at our satellite radar, looking at our satellite, we're seeing some sunshine all across West Texas, even Mason County, starting to see some of that sunshine. Once this continues to push off more towards the east, we'll have some heating that will occur throughout the afternoon here, and probably in about 4 to 5 hours from right now, we'll be on storm watch once again across parts of the hill country where we're under a severe weather threat for later today. We have a level 1 out of 5 risk of severe weather for all of the hill country as well as parts of the Austin metro area and areas north where we have this marginal risk of severe weather. So again, right in this corridor here in about 3 to 4 to 5 hours, we'll have the possibility for a few supercells that will try to develop. The question is can they bust through the cap? We're in a cap atmosphere right now. So if storms can bust through the cap, if they can bust through the lid in the atmosphere, if they can, we'll start to see some numerous supercells that will try to develop across the area. So we'll have some help with some daytime heating, but I can verify the sun is partially out right now where I live at over here in northeastern Atlanta County. There is also some clouds out there as well, so that's also verifying right now as well, but still continue to monitor this closely as these clouds begin to exit portions of the hill country. But again, here soon, we'll get tons of sunshine, and this will result with some daytime heating here very, very soon. And again, taking a look at today's severe weather threat across the viewing area, we have this level 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe weather for Gillespie, Llano, Mason, Burnett, Blanco counties, as well as Williamson, Travis, and Hayes counties. And in Bastrop, Lee, Fayette counties under this marginal risk of severe weather, then slivers of northeastern Williamson, all of Milam County, and far northern Lee County under a level 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe weather. And that slight risk of severe weather is mainly for this early afternoon for some of these severe storms that are happening right now. So will they downgrade our severe threat for these northeastern tiers of our counties? We'll see. They might, because they just upgraded it because of the hail and wind threat for parts of our northeastern counties that are experiencing severe warnings right now. But again, the question is do they want to expand this a little bit more further to the west? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Still a lot of questions, still a lot of figuring out what to do if storms actually do develop later today. Again, the chances are about 30% from the National Weather Service. There we go. There's that severe warning. So they have looks like maybe just updated the severe warning, I think. Yeah. So, looks like, wait, did they cancel it or something? It says issued just now. Oh, yeah, they did. They did cancel. They canceled the severe warning for Bell County, and they accidentally canceled it for Milam and Robertson County. And then they just reissued it. Okay. And that was a fast fix right there. So pretty decent severe warning still ongoing right now. So again, the hail core, the worst of the hail is east of Cameron right now, right in the zone where we see that purple. That's we're indicating some of that large hail right now this morning, or not morning, this afternoon. And as we go ahead and take a look at let's go ahead and switch over to our liquid map here. This will also help me see where the hail core is at. Oh wow, yeah, this is indicating maybe $0.5 sized hail once again. When we had a $0.5 sized hail reported in the severe warning, it looked like this earlier. So it wouldn't surprise me if we were seeing some $0.5 sized hail coming out of this storm in central Milam County. So again, parts of Cameron did see some hail, unfortunately. Hopefully it wasn't anything too major, but we'll find out here in a little bit as pictures and videos may come online soon. Also, Marlow, seeing some hail. You'll obviously see some hail for quite some time. Maybe another band of hail coming your guys' way here in the next couple of seconds here, maybe another minute. Also, look at this. We even got some lightning popping up as well on our map here. I'm actually going to turn on, I never do this, but we're going to turn on our plus lightning tracker. And it's a little bit smaller, but it's indicating still some of that lightning. So we're going to turn that back off. Let's turn on storm tracks. Should we turn on 3D radar? 3D radar is not really placed in the right position, so we're not going to do 3D radar. Let's still continue on the watches, guys. Very, very decent hail core with this storm. Also some very heavy rain, some beneficial rain too, because again, we need the rain really bad across the area. So again, I guess it's kind of good that we're getting good rain, but the hail again is not what we're wanting to see, especially on this Sunday morning. Velocity here, nothing's rotating like that. Nothing like that's happening, so some great news, obviously. Oh wait, these are storm tracks. I forgot about that. So these storms are moving off towards the east. Um, Moving off towards the east here at 30 miles per hour in northern portions of Milam County. So just north of the city of Milono and north of Rockdale, that's where we have the worst of the weather right now happening this afternoon. So, again, that's what's happening. Williamson County, you guys are in the clear. We did have a severe warning for y'all in northeastern parts of the area. Even Gerald was included, and Bartlett and Rangers. So that is cleared up now. But overall, things are looking almost pretty quiet for everybody else across south central Texas. Beginning to notice a few little tiny showers trying to develop in Fayette County as well as eastern sections of Travis County. We'll have to see what happens. Oh yeah, a new scan came in. It's starting to potentially intensify. So we'll see what happens. Also beginning to notice convections starting to develop and grow across portions of Gonzales County, parts of Lee County, as well as Bastrop County. So we'll have to see what happens here in the next little bit. We're not anticipating widespread showers or storms today. But we were expecting some strong storms this morning going into the afternoon. But severe weather was not really anticipated. But last night, I was thinking we would see some severe weather into the early morning hours. Again, the plan was last night when we did weather for the northern hill country and the northern part of our viewing area north of Austin, it was mainly going to be strong storms, maybe a severe storm possibly, from 2 in the morning to 7 in the morning. That was the time frame, and it is currently it's 12:46 right now, and we have severe weather. So again, we're expecting storms to happen from 2 in the morning to 6 in the morning. That was the open window for severe weather. And then the storms just developed I wouldn't say developed out of nowhere. They just popped up out of nowhere, kind of. And then slowly made their way into our area. And then they kind of just sat in Williamson County and Milam County for a little bit. And the winds started to increase a tad bit as we have a boundary pushing in. Pushing the storm more off towards the east. I think a dry line is helping out with this. So storms again are pushing off towards the east this afternoon. So again, that's why the storm is finally starting to move out in Milam County. But again, we're monitoring this storm here very, very closely this morning. They have issued. Okay, so again, this live stream is mainly focusing on Central Texas weather. But I want to do a little national weather coverage as we're streaming here on the Storm TV network page. Again, Storm Austin is my weather viewing area that I cover. We cover from San Antonio to Austin, right in this vicinity, and then that one county that's under a severe warning, we cover that. That's why we're live this morning, giving you updates and warnings. The reason why I came on the air for a severe warning was because it was in the metro area. Williamson County is in the Austin metro area, so that's why I came on the air and did a live update. But since they decided to extend the warning, and since I have nothing else to do today, really, I'm deciding to stay on air for a little bit longer, talk more about this severe thunderstorm warning. But now what I want to do is, let's go ahead and zoom out of this our viewing area here, and let's go ahead and mention some of these storms out across portions of Missouri, parts of Indiana, Illinois. Fun fact, the mesoscale discussion did not include Indiana, but Indiana is under a tornado watch, so I find that very interesting. Looks like severe warnings are now gone in Missouri, but we got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings right now because of a line of storms just in southeastern Illinois right now. So again, monitoring this closely. Over towards Chicago, there is a mesoscale discussion over there that just got issued concerning on probably a tornado watch, I would think, would probably get issued. I mean, we're tracking some supercells starting to develop out towards the west of Chicago. These will eventually dive towards the northeast here and bring some strong to severe storms coming to you guys' way soon. Yes, an isolated tornado threat does exist for parts of the Chicago viewing area. Let's go ahead and turn on our mesoscale discussion. You can see we're going to monitor this closely. An 80% chance of damaging winds. A tornado threat is less certain. So maybe a severe thunderstorm watch probably. From what they're saying. They're saying it's less certain, so it might be a severe watch instead. So we'll see what happens on that note there. Over there towards Arkansas and Louisiana and East Texas, any crazy weather happening right now? Nothing's really happening just yet, but soon, probably in about 1 to 2 hours, we'll start to see some expansion of storms that will start to get going here soon in the national bits of weather. So again, that's what's happening in a national weather perspective happening this morning. All right, back over to lovely Central Texas. We have a severe warning still in effect, as I mentioned, for Milam County. And this goes until 1:15 this afternoon for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So again, we're going to continue to watch this. Right in this zone right here is where we got some of that hail core. I can tell you that the hail core has gone down a little bit now. So that's some good news, but still pretty decent hail occurring with this severe warning right now. Looking at velocity, nothing rotating. I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't think this will rotate. But looking at our hail tracker, it's also starting to go down just a little bit, so that's some great news. The hail is now less than quarter size. Again, good news on that, according to our radar, but still, we'll see what they do in the Dallas area with this severe warning. Again, the National Service in the Dallas-Fort Worth area has thrown out this severe warning, not the Austin-San Antonio National Weather Service office. So just updates on that, so in case you're thinking, who issued the warning? It was parts of DFW that issued this warning for parts of the area. So just to the east of Maysville, we got some of that large hail happening right now. If you are in the Branchville area, you better heads up now. We got some. I can't even talk. Branchville, heads up. Okay. We got some of that large hail coming your guys' way right now. Coming over here. Just got word of a new tornado warning. We'll take a look at that in just 1 second. They've just updated the severe warning in Milam County. They have now saying quarter-size hail with this severe warning, and that's the latest update. So Cameron, you're no longer under a severe warning. Looks like some rain will continue for just a little bit now, but parts of northeastern and eastern sections of Milam County, severe thunderstorm warning will still continue again for this part right here. So we got some of that decent large hail still ongoing right now. All right, got some developing information right now. Gotten word of a new tornado warning, not in Central Texas. This expires in 8 minutes, so this is a short-lived tornado warning. But you can see, I was literally going to take a look at these flash flood warnings. So I was like, it's just a flash flood warning, nothing to worry about. I mean, flooding is something you do want to worry about, but yeah, tornado warning in effect right now in Louisiana. This is never mind. This is in Mississippi. This is for northeastern Jackson County and southern Mississippi here. This is radar indicated here. Let's go ahead and see if we can see where this rotation is at. This is the weakest rotation I've ever seen. News updates from the National Weather Service. They have canceled the tornado warning. Okay. Okay. I see what y'all doing today. Okay, tornado warning's been canceled. Never mind, don't worry about it. No more tornado warnings. We're done. We're done with that tornado warning. That was a very short-lived tornado warning. That's got to be the fastest tornado warning that's ever been canceled. Okay, let's return back to Central Texas now. There's a lot of, oh my gosh, the severe weather event's really about to start going here soon. But yeah, tornado warning, that was false. I was like, I don't see much rotation. I was lying and saying, yeah, the rotation looks pretty weak, but I didn't see anything. So yeah, that's gone. Maybe it was delayed, maybe so, but I got a notification. As soon as I saw that message you sent me on the chat, I looked at, and I got notification from WeatherWise as soon as you said it. So I don't think it was delayed. Maybe they delayed issuing the warning. I don't know. Maybe the warning for that earlier tornado got delayed and got issued now. Probably did. Very, very interesting, guys. Great start to the morning. It's the afternoon. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I keep saying it's morning. Why? All right, so severe warning. Latest update with this in Milam County. This is about to exit the viewing area. So once it exits the area, I'm gonna end the live stream. I'm gonna relax for a little bit before we do several hours of severe weather coverage across the United States. So right now, Eastern Milam County right now is where we got some of that hail core right now. Again, right in this zone is where we got some of that large hail happening this afternoon. Again, the hail core has not really been weakening super much. Again, some heavy rain associated with this, looking at velocity. Some of those strong winds are, yes, occurring right now. Let's see if we can figure out where that hail is potentially happening at right now. And yeah, right in the zone is where we got some of that hail happening. On Ranch Road 485 right now is where we got some of that hail happening. It's not as large as it was earlier, but still, we're going to continue to watch this closely as this continues to push off more towards the east. Let's take a look at how much precipitation has fallen potentially in the last hour here. Oh gosh, a heavy swath of rain, maybe up to an inch and a half in some spots. Again, guys, this has been a very slow mover storm across parts of Williamson County, Bell County, and Milam County. So very, very interesting from what we're seeing on our map here. And in total precipitation, very, very interesting as well. Maybe a few hundredths of an inch to maybe a half an inch according to this here. What do our echo tops look like? Again, good looking storms out there across Milam County this afternoon. Our spectrum width here, let's see. Yep, so yeah, it's indicating some of those storms this morning. Or this afternoon. Why do I keep saying morning? Oh my gosh. I'm about to like take another nap or something. So yeah, that's what's happening, guys, right now. Yeah, severe warning. So yeah, really the worst part of the storm has pretty much exited Milam County now. It's just now entering Robertson County. So again, severe warning is mainly for this corridor right here. And that's going to push off towards the east. There's a little tiny purple popping up, so maybe some small hail probably happening on the backside of the severe warning. Not for this guy. This is a weak storm, but this guy right here, maybe some small hail happening as this continues to push off towards the east-northeast. So again, the worst part of the storm is now entered Robertson County, which is outside of our viewing area, but still for Milam County and the extreme far eastern portions of the county, we still got the severe warning. Potentially continuing for about 18 more minutes here. Wouldn't surprise me if they were to cut parts of Milam County out of this here soon, probably, and issue more of Robertson County, probably, into a severe thunderstorm warning. All right, quick update. We have this marginal risk of severe weather today out in the hill country. You may be thinking, we barely saw any rain today. Yesterday was some rain in parts of Burnett County and Williamson County this late morning to the afternoon. Yes, it did occur, but not everybody, like Blanco County, Gillespie, Llano, Mason counties, we didn't see a drop of rain. Well, actually, when I was outside earlier, there were a few sprinkles. I looked at radar. There was nothing on top of my house, but we got a few sprinkles where I lived at for some reason at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But we're under a marginal risk of severe weather. Why are we under a marginal risk of severe weather? As we get into this afternoon, the sun is out right now for parts of the hill country. Right now, it's mainly overcast for the majority of the hill country, but it's overcast. Some parts are sunny right now. But as we get more into the afternoon, as we begin to track, see the satellite radar right here. We got this clearing happening. We're already starting to see a few cumulus clouds starting to pop up now in western and northwestern portions of Mason County. As we start to see more cumulus clouds start to develop out across the western sections of the hill country, as more clouds continue to push off towards more to the east, we'll start to see some more cumulus clouds start to develop. We are in a cap atmosphere right now across portions of the Texas hill country here. As we get more into the afternoon here, we'll get some more heating. It's currently 82 degrees according to my weather station right now, but we're in a cap atmosphere. If the lid can break in the atmosphere, we'll start to see some storms that will start to explode area-wide across portions of the hill country. So that's why we have this marginal risk of severe weather put in place for Mason, Llano, Gillespie, Blanco, parts of Burnett counties. And then this will be in the form of supercells that will try to develop and then eventually become a cluster of storms as it approaches the I-35 corridor in the Austin viewing area. So again, we're already beginning to see a few cumulus clouds starting to develop out across portions of Mason County. So that is a little bit concerning as we are already seeing some signs of thunderstorms that will potentially try and start to develop here in a little bit. So I'm thinking probably about 2 to 3 hours, probably, we'll start to see some widespread cumulus clouds, or well, potentially thunderstorms, I expect cumulus clouds to continue to intensify here across the vicinity out in the hill country. So if you're out in the hill country, expect to see some more cumulus clouds and some sunshine here soon. Probably in a little bit, I'll get some good pictures of the cumulus clouds because we're going to have a lot more of these throughout the afternoons and day. Again, it's only 1 o'clock right now, so we'll get more here soon, and this will continue. But again, get ready, guys. The weather will be a lot more active across portions of our viewing area here soon. But again, that's what's happening on the radar. All right, back over to Milam County. We still have a severe warning. The hail core has significantly gone down in this zone over here. There's still a tiny bit of a hail core over here in far eastern portions of Milam County. Never mind, they not intensified. So 2 little pockets of potential hail happening just near the Branchville area right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at our liquid tracker here, and it's indicating some very tiny hail, maybe up to pea size probably. So we'll continue to track this as this continues to push closer into the Branchville area. Very tiny hail likely occurring. Look at our velocity, nothing rotating. Everything looks plenty fine with me on that. Oh, a new update. Beginning to notice a small hail core starting to develop now with this little isolated storm now out in portions of central Milam County this afternoon. We get a new update on a tornado warning, not in the viewing area, but this is in portions of Alabama and Florida now. They have decided to reissue this. This is actually better be a real tornado warning. Let's take a look at our velocity here. Okay, they're issuing a tornado warning for this. Okay, I mean, it's something. There is some rotation. It's not very strong, but right in this zone is where we got some of that rotation now, that bright red, bright green, strong winds, but particular in this location, right in this zone is where we got some of that rotation happening over there in Alabama and Florida. If we go ahead, let's go ahead and take a look at our correlation coefficients. This is also indicating not a whole lot happening. So again, the rotation is very, very weak. But still something we'll keep our eyes on. Yes, the potential, yes, the probability of a QLCS type tornado is in play, and that's exactly what we're potentially trying to see happen out in Florida and Alabama. And then this tornado warning is still in effect over here. Oh wait, is that a tornado warning? No, it's not. Okay, so overall, is the worst rotation I have ever seen, I think, in that new tornado warning. But if I start to hear more about that storm, we'll continue to track more of it. But back to local weather. However, storms in Milam County are starting to wind down just a tad bit. We still have some severe warnings right now. I'm going to be honest, I think the hail cores are starting to go down just a little bit. The only thing I'm keeping my eyes on is this new little cell. Or it's not new, it's been a cell for a while now, but it's starting to intensify now as this tracks more towards the northeast. So something, again, we'll have to keep our eyes on. Let's see if they've updated the liquid here. Nothing new on that. So, yeah, it's going to continue here for a little bit longer now. I guess what we could do is, I don't want to continue just talking about the same things over and over and over, like we have been doing for the past hour and a half now. So I guess what we're going to do is, I guess I'm going to let the radar loop itself have the storm music playing. I guess is what we'll do. I'll be on standby mode, I guess. Once we start to see, once these exit the viewing area, I'll probably do a recap on what the weather looks like today across the area. So yeah, new scan came in. It looks like things are starting to wind down considerably right now. If any hail's happening, it'd be right in this area. Very tiny hail, if anything's happening, in the far extreme eastern portions of Milam County. But this is more of a Robertson County situation now, as this is now exiting portions of Milam County. So it wouldn't surprise me if this were to get canceled here in the next in the next 30 seconds to probably 2 to 3 minutes from now, as I don't really see much of a reason why this is a severe warning. And there we go. They just canceled the severe thunderstorm warning as expected, as anticipated. It's gone now. So we are in the clear with this severe thunderstorm warning. So again, severe warning for Milam County has now been canceled, as I mentioned. We are okay now, so that is good. So we have 0 active severe warnings here in central Texas this afternoon. So that's some great news. But thunderstorms out in Milam County will continue for the next little bit. For at least another 5 to 10 minutes, we'll continue to see some showers and thunderstorms out there. But again, these are exiting outside of our viewing area. All right, so one thing I want to mention before we end the stream here, we have this marginal risk of severe weather, level 1 out of 5 for all of the Texas Hill Country in our viewing area, Austin included in areas points off towards the east. We'll have an additional storms that will develop here soon. We're already beginning to notice some cumulus clouds starting to build up across portions of Mason County. That is a good sign that storms could develop later today. We're in a cap atmosphere. If storms can bust through the lid in the atmosphere, if they can, we'll start to see some widespread storms. And over the past couple of days, that has been the case with cap atmospheres here on the Lone Star State. So, again, we'll monitor things closely for you folks. But again, a low-end severe weather threat across portions of our area. But for the meantime, that's what we're tracking. But, besides that, coming up here in about an hour and a half from now, so anywhere from 1 hour to 1 hour and a half from now, stay tuned. We got severe weather coverage coming your way, covering severe weather from East Texas all the way up towards Chicago with your trusted weather team here on the Storm TV Network channel. More details and more, as I mentioned, coming up in 1 hour, live coverage coming your way. You're watching this severe weather updates. Severe warning in Milam County is now gone, but stay tuned. National severe weather coming your way in about 1 hour. As I mentioned, here on the Storm TV Network YouTube page. We'll see you back here soon, guys, with more updates. Take care. Enjoy your afternoon. We'll see you back here around 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame. More updates, again, coming soon.